We're doing a total teardown of the Elite Series 2 thumbsticks and showing you everything that we've learned. Hi guys, I'm Nick, the owner of 7 Watts, where we make the best mod controllers and other gaming products. Make sure you like this video and follow us on socials so you can see more cool stuff that we want to share with you. And today we're going to look at how to tear down the thumbsticks in the Elite Series 2 controller. We're going to look at how they compare to the Series 1 thumbsticks, which had known drift issues, and troubleshooting some common issues, like them getting stuck when you try to click them forward. So when we first got our hands on the Series 2, we had no idea how to take the thumbsticks apart. So the first thing we want to do is show you guys how to take apart the thumbsticks. So all you need to do is twist them. They're going to be pretty firm at first. And so what we found helps is to hit them with a heat gun. What we've also done and we find helpful is to cover the face with a towel that's damp and cut holes in it so that the heat from the heat gun doesn't melt the plastic, because otherwise you will melt the controller. Sometimes you can remove these thumbsticks without using a heat gun. If you force it, hold it, force it, and twist too much, it will actually spin inside of your thumbstick and it will break it internally. We're going to show you here kind of what is inside the thumbstick modules, just for your own curiosity. This is everything that's in a thumbstick module. This is a few different ones taken apart. We're going to start at the top. We've got the little part that's riding up and down that thread, captive inside there. That connects to, you know, the thumbstick center post, obviously, right? And inside that center post is a piston, a rod, and it is held by that spring, and that's the resistance you feel, and then you have this black cap. So as you tighten this down, you push that black piece up and down. So that's what's going on inside there. Now that black flat cap piece rides against this bottom plate, or pressurizes against this bottom plate. And then as you tighten or loosen the thumbstick with the screw mechanism on the top, that's how it's adjusting the tension of the thumbstick. Here we've got the tack switches that give you your center punch, and here are your potentiometers. These potentiometers appear to be slightly different than the ones in the Series 1 Elite controller, but again, time will tell whether we're going to have, significant drift issues. To compare the thumbsticks side by side, we have a Series 1 Elite controller, which is a 2nd generation Xbox controller. We have a 3rd generation Xbox controller, which is the commonly called the S controller, this guy. And then we have a Series 2 Elite controller, which is a 4th generation. So 2nd generation, 3rd generation, 4th generation. Elite controller, plain white S controller, Series 2 Elite controller. And then here we have a PlayStation PS4 controller, right? So just to compare these side by side. Now, when we look at the thumbstick modules on all of them, they all are manufactured by ALPS or ALPS Alpine. There's a stamp on the side of it right there that just says ALPS. And if you look up ALPS, they're a component manufacturer, potentiometer manufacturer, thumbstick manufacturer. So the PlayStation 4, same thing, ALPS marked right there. Now, when you look at the thumbstick modules on the 2nd generation and the 3rd generation, the Series 1 Elite and the S controller, the Thumbstick modules are completely identical. Now, if you go over here and you look at the Thumbstick module on the Generation 4 Series 2 Elite controller, there are some differences. Obviously the biggest difference is this center post is metal, right? And that's so you can screw, this dude on and off, obviously. The plastic inside is different. The Series 1 controller the Series 1 Elite controller was known to have thumbstick drift issues. This one, no drift issues, even though they use the same thumbstick modules. So really, what my theory is that, the plastic thumbsticks that come on a plain controller are so much lighter than these metal ones. So when it sits on there with no weight, it doesn't tend to move on its own. Whereas these ones, it's so heavy that I think it just tends to, knock it around a little bit, and then you get the drift, the ghost walking issues. So we'll see. This one obviously has the tightening thing there. The adjustable tension. So we'll see if that mitigates the drift issue. So obviously this was internally redesigned so that it could have the adjustable tension. So it's entirely plausible that this won't have drift issues, and it's compensating for the weight, whereas this is exactly the same as the other.
So a common problem that people have had with the Series 2 is that it occasionally feels like there's something stuck underneath the thumbsticks, like there's something wrong with the movement of the thumbsticks. All that is the thumbsticks are just a little bit loosened from being used over time. So all you need to do to fix that is just tighten them down, turn them to the right, and you're good as new.
All right, I'm gonna get really emphatic with this shit. I'm shitting my pants.